Okay, so we're going to do a video on our
1-year anniversary and the things that we've learned in the past year of us being together.
So we decided to do a video, answer some of your questions in a way that is true to us. And this is how we spend time together, cooking in the kitchen. So we're not making anything fancy. This is just going to be pasta. If it turns out great, we'll show the recipe.
If not, you're seeing what we're putting in.
So,
Seamless if you're watching. Get at us.
Postmates, Grubhub,
any of you guys, get at us.
Blue Apron.
You can stop
Lord,
if you're watching.
can we do wings
Get
instead
at
of
us.
I'm still mad at you from a few days ago. Let me tell you guys what happened. Okay, so we're doing something, and I was like, I was trying to be cute, but midway of me being cute, I decided to be a jerk. So I was like, Nabil, I'm staring into your eyes. They're so pretty. They're yellow, so beautiful. He said, yellow like your teeth. So this morning, when I was brushing my teeth, no wait, so we said yellow like your teeth, like biryani, like Zoda, I've never been so offended in my life. I was like, my teeth already been yellow. But I was still mad because he said that, right? So this morning, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, and I look up in the mirror. And I'm like,
how are you brushing your teeth?
But that's stop.
Sure.
I'm telling you a story. And then I looked up in the mirror, right? And there was a sudden anger towards him. I was reminded of what had happened to me. I was so mad at him this morning that I was brushing extra hard. I was like, but the anger didn't go away, so I'm still mad at him.
Well into the one of the main questions we get all the time, actually, which is, what do we do when we're mad at each other? How do we handle that? I'm going to let you go first.
Well, most of the time, I really think that I'm correct in feeling the way I do. So I let some time pass. I don't like to talk while I'm angry. So what I'll do is I feel distant, and then I get angry, and I'm like, okay, I need to get out of this conversation. I don't want to say anything that is going to turn into more of an argument. So I kind of shut down, and I walk away from the conversation. Then the time passes. Even if I have to apologize first for being correct, I do it anyway. So I usually am like, I'm so sorry, I'll keep it in mind for the next time. And that's
Okay.
it.
I don't handle it as well as she does, I think. Fights are different. Fights, I sort of I get quiet, and I try my best to I try my best to watch my words, because I can be really mean. It's harder to calm myself down because it takes me so long to get angry. Whereas for her, she gets angry and then she's cool, sort of at the same time almost. Her, expressing your feelings is cool and all, but oftentimes there could be things where she sort of just spazzes out in the moment, and then after 10 minutes she's cool. But for somebody like me, it's harder for me to be to see your anger and then come down from it at the same pace that you're doing it, right? So we're sort of working on finding the middle ground for ourselves.
Okay, so another question that we usually get is how we have adjusted to each other's families. Want to answer this one first?
Sure. Before you get married, everybody really is like, oh, you never live together. It's really hard adjusting and blah blah blah. A bit, but like the biggest adjustment to me was really just adjusting to her family. And a lot of people make the mistake of going in and expecting things to be exactly the same between the two families, right? But that's not the case. It's not realistic, right? You live completely different lives. Your families are different. And one of the other things is I think like she's done a good job with this, and I hope I've done decently. But like I think your spouse has to do a good job of sheltering you from sort of the massive change that comes with the new family. So like a lot of the differences in norms between our families, a lot of the expectations. I think it's your spouse's responsibility to shelter both ways. So like if your parents or if your siblings or somebody has something to say, you should be there to absorb that shock and then relay it slowly to your spouse in a good way, and vice versa. If your spouse has something to say, you should be there to absorb that shock and then relay it in a better way to your family to sort of keep things from
So I'm going to kind of piggyback off what Nabil was saying. A lot of people go into a relationship thinking that their families are going to be very similar, or that they just kind of have already built this mentality or a building block in their head where they're like, I'm not going to make any changes. What I have grown up doing is what it's going to be like, and that they will just have to adapt to it. You have to embrace other people's differences and know that the way you've grown is fine. Nobody's going to attack you for how you are, hopefully. But you learn to embrace other people's differences too, and when that happens, when you acknowledge other people's differences, you acknowledge how they are, you acknowledge their feelings and all those things, they kind of do the same for you. So that transition becomes a little bit easier. I feel like this is what we should do when there's an argument.
Make a video about it?
No, like
cook
and talk about it.
I don't want to put a knife in your hand when we're arguing.
This is true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to put a knife in my hand either.
Yeah, I know. You get a little wild.
You make me. I get loud.
I said wow.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was like, I do not get loud.
You get loud too. You got better though. She used to shout when she was angry.
Okay, the thing is, I don't get loud. It's just the Punjabi in me.
Which is loud. So I don't know what we're done with this conversation. Question or answer?
How are we able to do what we do at work and still make time for each other and do things together?
I think we have a few ground rules with each other, right? Like if we have to do something after work hours, we try our best to include each other in it. Right? Mm-hmm. So if you have any events, you invite me, I invite you to any of my stuff. I try my best to leave the office by, with enough time to be home for dinner.
And I try to schedule everything that I have to do for the blog or all my shoots till like 4, because I know he gets home around 5. So that way, like, I've gotten everything that I need to do done by the time he gets off. So when we get home, we make dinner together.
The lives aren't that glamorous, actually. We literally, most nights we
look like this.
Yeah, we make dinner.
It's hot on camera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We make dinner. We watch a movie, and then we snuggle with Marvel when we go to sleep. So there you go.
That's it. What we learned being married. Let me chew this here. Love each other, love each other's families.
Yeah.
The stronger your bond is with each other's families and their siblings, the stronger your bond will be together. Learn to balance. Learn to balance everything in life, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it's your vacation, just everything in general. Once you've learned that balance and you've learned to embrace each other's differences and kind of know those differences are there and work on it together, you're more likely to have a really successful marriage, I feel like. Inshallah. I don't feel like doing it.
I do want this. You want to order wings and then we do latte video?
No. I'm committed. I'm practicing commitment.
We're still gonna make a video.
I don't want to do neither one of those. But we're going to. You ate all my Takis. You ate all my chips.
You finished your Takis last night.
Oh yeah, but you ate all of it.
I bought them for myself. We have the salted pretzels.
Mm-mm.